One of the best ways to improve the win rate of any strategy is to only take trades that go with the trend. The most difficult part of this solution is accurately knowing what the current trend is. So in today's video, we will be showing you the top 3 trend filter and direction indicators that you can use to increase the win rate of nearly any strategy. You can even sometimes double the win rate by adding these trend filters to the strategy. Now let's head over to TradingView and take a look at these indicators. The first indicator we will be showcasing is the FMS System. Head over to the Indicator Search tab and search for the FMS System indicator. Select the 10-in-1 FMS indicator made by Axis Trading and add it to the chart. If you use many indicators to know what the trend of the market is, then that is no longer needed. This indicator combines many other indicators to show you a neat overview of what each indicator is showing. If we head over to the indicator settings, we can see how the indicator works. As you can see here, you can change the period or length for all of the indicators that have been combined. Here is a chart showcasing which indicator each line represents. The indicator isn't meant to be used as an entry signal, so let's add another indicator to the chart so that we can showcase a simple strategy that uses the 10-in-1 FMS. Navigate to the Indicator Search tab and search for the SSL channel indicator. Select the indicator made by Irwin and add it to the chart. Now let's take a look at when to enter into a buy position when using the FMS indicator. But before that, if you are looking for a crypto exchange that currently has 0 spot trading fees, some of the lowest fees when it comes to futures trading, and up to a $30,000 bonus, then check out the link in the description of the video to get access to all of these perks. Firstly, the green SSL channel line must cross above the red SSL channel line. This will be our entry signal. To validate the entry, we will look at the FMS System indicator. We will need for all of the dots to be green for the position to be validated. This is because whenever all of the dots are light green, it means that all the indicators that have been combined are giving a bullish signal. Therefore, we will enter into the position. We will put the stop loss at the recent swing low. For the take profit, we will target a 1.5 times risk to reward ratio. Now let's see how the trade plays out. For a sell position, we will need for the red SSL channel line to cross above the green SSL channel line. This will be our entry signal. We will validate this entry by taking a look at the FMS System indicator. All of the dots will need to be light red for the entry to be validated. We see here that this is the case, so we'll enter into the position. The stop loss will be placed at the recent swing high. For the take profit, we will target a 1.5 times risk to reward ratio. Now let's see how the trade plays out. As you can see, the FMS indicator filters out all of these false short signals given by the SSL channel. However, here when the buy signal is given and all of the dots are light green, we enter into a profitable position. Overall, this is a neat, simple and organized indicator that even beginners can use. Now let's take a look at the indicator in second place. In second place is the pivot trend indicator. This indicator combines the averages of multiple pivot points and shows you positive or negative trend changes. So let's add this indicator to the chart. Navigate to the Indicator Search tab and search for the pivot trend indicator. Select the indicator made by Lonesome the Blue and add it to the chart. The indicator works by finding pivot points in the price action. After that, the indicator gets the averages of the highs and lows of these pivot points. Then it compares the closing price with the averages of the pivot highs and lows. If both are positive or negative, then the trend will change. Now that we know how the indicator works, let's change the settings to optimize it as a trend filter. Head over to the Pivot Trend settings and click on the Inputs tab. First, we will change the number of pivot points to check to 4. Next, we will be changing the orange color to red and the blue color to green. After that, click on the Style settings and uncheck all of the plots to make the indicator easier to read. Now let's combine the pivot trend with another indicator to showcase a strategy that the pivot trend can be used with. The indicator that we will be adding is the ADX and DI indicator. Search for the ADX and DI indicator and select the indicator made by this TradingView user and add it to the chart. Now head over to the indicator's settings and uncheck the ADX line. That was all that we needed to do. Now let's take a look at when to enter into a position. We will enter into a buy position whenever the green line crosses above the red line. Next, we will take a look at the pivot trend indicator. We will need for the plot to be green. This is because when the indicator is green, this indicates that the current trend of the market is bullish. As you can see, both conditions have been met, so we will enter into a position. We'll place the stop loss at the recent swing low, and for the take profit, we will target a 1.5 times risk to reward ratio. Now let's see how the trade plays out. For a sell position, we need the red DI line to cross above the green DI line. When this occurs, we will check the pivot trend indicator to make sure that we are taking a trade in the correct direction. We can make sure that this is the case by looking at the plot and seeing if it's red. If this is the case, we will enter into the position. We will put the stop loss at the recent swing high, and for the take profit, we will target a 1.5 times risk to reward ratio. The pivot trend indicator is very unique, and I have never seen any indicator like it. On top of that, it also works well in showing the general trend direction. Now let's take a look at the indicator in first place. The indicator in first place is the N-pole Gaussian Filter indicator. This indicator rejects high frequencies better than an EMA and has a lower lag. Head over to the Indicator Search tab and search for the Gaussian Filter indicator. Select the indicator made by Locks and add it to the chart. After doing that, navigate to the indicator settings and click on the Inputs tab. We will be changing the period to 50. After that, we will uncheck the color bars and show signals checkbox. That was all that we needed to do. The calculations that the indicator makes are very complicated, however, the basic concept of the indicator is a Gaussian filter with standard deviation filtering that works for poles higher than the usual 4 poles. Now let's add another indicator to the chart so that we can showcase a simple strategy that can be used with the indicator. Search for the QQE mod indicator. Select the indicator made by Mickle and add it to the chart. We will be keeping the settings at default for the QQE indicator. So now let's take a look at when to enter into a buy position with the indicator. Firstly, the histogram bar on the QQE will need to switch to blue. This will be the signal to enter into a buy position. However, before entering into the position, we will need to see that the Gaussian filter line is green, indicating that the current trend of the market is bullish. If this is the case, we will enter into the position. We will place the stop loss at the recent swing low, and for the take profit, we will target a 1.5 times risk to reward ratio. Now let's see how the trade plays out. For a sell position, the bar on the QQE histogram will need to switch to red. Once this occurs, we will need to validate the signal by checking the Gaussian filter indicator. If the Gaussian filter is red, indicating that the trend is currently bearish, we will enter into the position. We will place the stop loss at the recent swing high, and for the take profit, we will target a 1.5 times risk to reward ratio. Now let's see how the trade plays out. I hope you enjoyed the video and could find an interesting indicator to use with your own strategy. Please remember that the strategies that were showcased aren't meant to be used whilst trading. The strategies are meant to showcase how the trend filter indicators work. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment.